All right, I'm going to go over the section 1, section 10.1 exercises. Let's start with 1. It's asking us to change the number to a percent and to round to the nearest tenth of a percent if needed. So one of the nice things about things being as a fraction is that you can rewrite it as something over 100 if possible. So to do that, to take 20 to become 100, we would need to multiply it by 5. So we'll multiply both sides by 5, and that's going to give us 15. So in this case, we have 15%. This doesn't always work so nicely. In fact, here's the perfect example. So to get from 3 to 100, we're not going to have a nice number here. This is going to end up being 33, pretty much repeating. So here we've got also times 33, so that would give us 66.6666, it keeps going, or that could be 66.7% because it's asking us to round to the nearest tenth. Again, this one also doesn't go quite so nicely. This we would have to multiply by 12.5 to get from 8 to 100. So 12.5 times 5 is going to give us 62.5%. Okay, now it's giving us a decimal point, and it's asking us to convert to a percentage. So the decimal point, as you can see, is our percentages were everything up here in the numerator. So we've got x over 100 equals, that's what our decimal, so when you solve this, it goes to decimal. But then if you take it back to something over 100, then this ends up being our percentage here. So what we need to go the other direction is to multiply this by 100 instead. So now we've got our percentage equals 0.041 times 100. When you multiply that by 100, you're going to get 4.1. So that's our percentage. We can do the same thing with this one. If we multiply 0.0098 by 100, this decimal place ends up moving over, so we end up with a 0.98%. And likewise, same here, we're going to move it over 2, so we're going to end up with 314.1%. Now we want to work backwards. So again, the percentage was the number on top in the numerator position over 100. So we're going to have 2 over 100, or 1/50th. And then what we can do from here is go ahead and simplify that. If you want to do long division, you can. If you want to do a calculator, it all depends on what you have access to. So we've got 50 over 1. That does not go through. Oops, sorry, let me get rid of this so we can work right here. There we go. So 50 divided by 1 divided by 50. We can't do that, so we need to borrow some more, and 50 doesn't go into 10 either. So we're going to drop another one down. We drop another one down, and that's going to give us, oh, sorry, that one does go through. It didn't go into 0, it didn't go into 10, but it does go into 100. 50 goes into 100 2 times, and that's going to give us exactly 100. So our decimal is going to be 0.02. And you can do the same thing with with number 8 and number 9. And then quickly we'll do number 10, so you can get an idea of when it's a fraction, what are you going to do? So 1 over 4 is 0.25. So in this case, our fraction is 0.25%. And now you can put this, well, you can see right here we had a 2, and it became 0.02. So we took our decimal point and we moved it over 2 to the left. So if we have our decimal point here and we move it 2 to the left, that's going to give us 0.0025. that becomes our new decimal.